Welcome back to Just Kampers and Project 2022. In this video we're going to be fitting our electrics in the rear of our vehicle. So our last video we were up to fitting our leisure battery and our split charge relay under the driver's seat. In this video it's everything towards the back. Okay, so here we have this is our light loom. So these plug into our lamps that we've already fitted into our roof panels, ceiling panels. So that plugs in, and then this literally plugs into our switch. This is a switch loom here, so that will go into there. We have a feed supply to our switch, and then this will be our light switch on and off for our lighting in our ceiling. We then have a 12 volt USB supply, two of them. We also have our 12 volt battery test and level indicator. So I'm going to try and drop the headline in so we can get our lamps wired up, because obviously they're already fitted in our headline. So I'm just going to drop this side and then plug in with our loom. As you can see, I'm just balancing the headline on my head because I don't want it to all drop down. Now, I've got 3 wires running up to our 3 lamps. I've already plugged those in. I'm just about to see over the top where we've plugged those in. Now, I'll run the wiring up and over, because we're going to try and get all our wiring in this area here. So I'm going to put the poppers back in the headlining now to hold this up. And that's our 3 downlighters wired. And then we just need to drop the headline on this side and wire up our last lamp. So now we're plugged in. I'm just going to run our wire over to meet the rest. So we can just literally tuck that up there. Like so, bring them over. And then we'll put our strap back up in the middle to hold that up. A bit of excess wire, I'm just going to run a bit of tape round. And then we can lose that in the headlining in the ceiling. Just going to do a quick test with our lights. Obviously it's nice and dark in here now. I'm just going to try and switch them on. We're ready. Nice. Okay, plenty of light where we wanted it, on the entrance of the vehicle, light over where our kitchen unit's going to be, and a light over the bed there. So our next part is our light switch. So the switch comes apart as so. We've got a cover that comes off the top, and we've got our securing bracket and the actual light switch itself. So obviously I'd already drawn round our bracket to try and get them nice and straight. Our cover plate, sorry. And then what I've done is drawn around the centre of our securing part of the switch, light switch, where our switch actually goes through. So it's the only part we really want going through our board, is the actual terminal part of the switch. So again, I've just literally marked that out as the centre, and the centre through there. So this is the bit we're going to cut out, and that will allow our terminals to push through. Simple as. And we've got a cover that goes over that holds it in place, that we're going to screw in place, and then literally our cover just clips over the top afterwards. Okay, so we've got both our holes done for our USB and our battery test. As you can see, obviously the hole was big enough to allow our circuit board to go through, and that's big enough to allow the barrel of the USB holder to go through. Now they actually push into this part of the switch pack. Some little corners that actually push in. Little poppers on the corners like so. And then once it's all pushed in like that, we can just literally fit it to our board. And then we square it up, and there's 2 little screws that go one either side, and then our cover clips over the top. So we have our 12 volt supply. This is for our lights, as our battery test, and we've got our 12 volt USB. Our board's all ready. The next step is to get some of our wiring into our components. First thing I've done is written a bit of a legend for the fuse box, so we know what fuses are doing what. So on this fuse board we have 10 fuses, so I'm going to use 6 of them straight away. So we've got power for the lights on number 1, fridge I'm going to run on number 2, number 3 I'm going to run the USB, and then I'm going to jump off of there for the battery test as well. Number 4 is going to be our electric bed supply, 5 the reading lamp, 6 our water pump, and if we need to add any more, then we've still got 4 fuses left. So the first thing we're going to do is run in some wires. First one I've chosen to do is our reading lamp at the back, because that's the furthest run. Now I've run that up across the top of the ceiling and all the way down to the back already. I've brought him down on the original part of the wiring, so I've tried to follow the manufacturer's wiring route, which is always best to do because they stay away from sharp objects and stuff. So you can see here I've dropped the cable down. I'm just going to cut off our cable ties, so this is secure into the original loom like that, nice and easy, and here, and that can go straight to our fuse box now. And we've managed to find a nice route underneath the driver's seat basically, and pop out with the original wiring run, and that's put us into the vicinity of our fuse box that we've put in. Now this wiring here was for our reading lamp, so I'm just going to confirm what fuse number we were at. Reading lamp, okay, reading lamp was number 5, so number 5 on here is this one here. So I'm going to plug the positive into this one, our main feed for that lamp, onto there like so. Good fit, lovely. And then this is our earth tag. Now this is our buzz bar for all our earths, so again we can just literally pop this one on here like so. Now you can double up, you can put 2 ring terminals on there if you want to. As I say, we've got plenty for what we need. So this is our wiring that's coming through for our downlighters. As you can see, I've just popped it between the ceiling board and our carpet lining. And our furniture is going to be in the way there anyway, so you won't see that. Now it's got a nice plug here. This comes in the kit, so that plugs into there like so, and that connects all your lamps together. Now this goes down to the switch, so if I bring that up here for you. So we know our switch is in our panel, we've already located it, so that wiring is going to go somewhere like that, and then the feed to that switch comes from our leisure battery and our fuse box area, which is this one. Now it's not going to be quite long enough, so I'm going to extend this and make this long enough to get down to the front. The rest of this wire we're going to bunch up because we don't need it, so I can cable tie it up, keep it nice and neat. And that'll be hidden behind our... I'm going to extend this wire with a bit of twin core. As you can see, I've cut the wires slightly staggered. The reason I've done that is to just space the joining so we're not bulking up so much in the loom. So you can either solder these together and then put a little bit of heat shrink over the top, or electrical tape, or you can use what most people have possibly at home, or it's very easy to get hold of, are these crimp type connectors. And obviously if you're doing your van anyway with the electrical bits and bobs, you've probably already got a set of crimping tools and possibly a box of crimps. So what we're going to do is strip the wire. Obviously if you don't have wire strippers, I wouldn't advise using your teeth. I'd say buy some, so that's probably better than ruining your teeth. You can use a pair of side cutters if you're really careful and just cut through the insulation. And the crimping pliers. These are the ratchet type crimping pliers. You can just get the standard squeeze type ones, which are quite cheap. Still work quite well. And that actually just squeezes up, and then we have a good connection. And it's always good to check them. Give them. Oh, see, that one's no good, so we'll do another one of those. Always good to check them, give them a pull, make sure that they're secure. That's our extended wire. We just need to cut it to length now to reach the fuse box. Extended wire is run all the way through to our fuse box under the seat. Next thing to do is hook it up. Now I'm just going to check my yes, okay. So fuse number 1 is for our lights, so I need to wire this up to fuse number 1. Our wire for our water pump. I'm using a real thin-walled twin core. Now this twin core is rated at 11 amps. There's no way that little pump is going to drag more than 11 amps. If it does, it'll pop our little 7.5 amp fuse. So this is nice wiring because it's nice and thin, quite small, but still carries a substantial amount of current. So we're going to plug this into number 6 because I know from my legend that our water pump is on number 6 fuse. The other thing you can do, if you're not happy about having the same colour wires and just plug them in, you can put little labels on just to say what they're for. But obviously I know what fuse number they're going to, and I can reference that in our legend of exactly what we've got. So our 12 volt cabling we've got running from our battery and our fuse box. Well, I've got it running along the back of our furniture, and then it goes up behind the wall for our switches. Now I've got a little armoured sheathing here, which is basically split down the middle, and it allows us to put wiring into it. So I'm going to do that all the way along and then clip this into position, and that'll keep the wire lovely and secure. We have a 12 volt USB here. We've got a battery test here, indicator. And we've got our light switch. To see more of our Project 2022, check out our website, which is justkampers.com, or follow us on Instagram and Facebook.